So finally, the moment every emulator lover has been waiting for has arrived. After months of rumors, fake leaks, and endless anticipation, the impossible has finally turned into reality. The Xbox 360 emulator for Android is here, alive and real, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this. Think about it, the same legendary console that once defined an entire generation of gaming, the one that gave us masterpieces like GTA 5, Gears of War, Tomb Raider, and Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, has now found its way into the palm of your hand. This isn't some mod or cloud version, this is native emulation, and it's happening right now on Android. But before we dive deep, let's talk about the mastermind behind this innovation. The developer of this emulator is the same person who shook the entire emulation scene with the world's first PS3 emulator for Android, known as aX360e. That project was nothing short of revolutionary, and now, the same developer has gone one step further by bringing the Xbox 360 ecosystem into Android devices. For months, the community was buzzing. People asked, is it fake? Is it real? Will it ever come? And today, we finally have our answer. aX360e is here, standing tall as the world's first real Xbox 360 emulator for Android. Now, let's get to the part everyone's been dying to know, the setup. Because this isn't your usual plug-and-play kind of emulator. It demands a few smart steps, and if you follow along carefully, you'll have it running smoother than you imagined. First, understand that this emulator doesn't come as a simple APK file. It's packaged in the APKs format, which means it needs a special installer. So head straight to the Play Store, download the APKs installer, open it up, select your aX360e file, and begin the installation. Within seconds, it will be on your device. But that's only half the journey. Once installed, we need to prepare its essential data files to fix early-stage graphical issues. These files basically fine-tune how the emulator communicates with your device's GPU, and skipping this step could lead to crashes or color glitches. So open the archiver, navigate to Android/data, delete any old emulator folder if it exists, then extract the provided zip package and move the extracted files into the same directory. Once you've done that, launch the emulator, and this is where the magic begins. The interface will instantly feel familiar if you've ever used aPS3e. It has that clean, console-like UI with smooth transitions and console-level aesthetics. You'll see an option to edit the virtual controller layout, meaning you can adjust the position and size of every button to your comfort. You'll also find a file manager for direct access to your games, and a dedicated key mapping section for those who use external controllers. Inside the settings, you'll notice a variety of options, but here's a tip, don't change anything yet. The emulator comes pre-configured with default settings that are already optimized for best performance. Let it handle the technical stuff while you handle the gaming. Now comes the exciting part, loading your games. Tap on the directory selector, locate your Xbox 360 game folder, refresh the list, and the moment your titles appear, you'll realize just how surreal this is. You're about to play Xbox 360 games natively on Android. No cloud streaming, no laggy servers, just pure emulation. That's history being made right here. Alright, let's talk performance. I've been testing this emulator for hours, pushing it with every title I could get my hands on. The first game I tried was GTA San Andreas. It booted up, loaded perfectly, but then gave a colorful screen glitch before crashing. Frustrating? Maybe. But here's the twist, on my second device, the same game ran flawlessly without any issue. That's when I realized this emulator behaves differently across hardware configurations, just like early builds of PC emulators used to. It's all about compatibility right now. Next, I tried Dead or Alive Extreme 2. It did start but got stuck on a black screen after the intro. Not ideal, but understandable for a build that's still in testing. Then came Lego Indiana Jones, and this one blew my mind. The visuals were crystal clear, frame rate stable, controls responsive, the kind of performance you wouldn't expect from a 0.4 testing stage emulator. I kept staring at the screen thinking, this can't be Android, but it was. The game was fully playable, smooth, and visually impressive. That was the first real sign that aX360 isn't just some tech demo, it's the beginning of something big. Then I moved on to Mortal Kombat, which reached the title logo before freezing, followed by Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, and to my surprise, Naruto actually loaded into gameplay. Yes, there were black screen bugs here and there, especially during transitions, but the gameplay was stable enough to call it playable. The frame rate wasn't perfect, but it was consistent, and that's what really matters in early testing. It's proof that the emulator core is functional, and optimization will only get better from here. The developer has already mentioned that aX360 is still in version 0.4, and future updates will focus on compatibility, shader caching, and graphical stability. Once these improvements roll out, we might be looking at an emulator capable of handling dozens of AAA titles at playable speeds. Imagine running Halo 3, Red Dead Redemption, or even the original Gears of War directly from your phone, that's the dream we're inching toward. And now, after hours of testing, experimenting, and tweaking, I can finally say it, the Xbox 360 emulator for Android is not just a myth anymore. It's real, it's running, and it's evolving faster than anyone expected. Sure, not every game works perfectly yet, and there are still bugs to iron out, but we've officially stepped into a new era of mobile emulation. So that wraps up today's video. If you've been amazed watching this journey, imagine what's coming next. The developer behind this project is rewriting the rules of what mobile hardware can do. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel because every update, every hidden trick, and every performance boost will be covered here first. It takes hours of testing, sleepless nights, and a lot of dedication to bring this kind of deep breakdown to you. So your support truly means everything. This is just the beginning of something historic, the day Android devices officially stepped into the world of Xbox 360 gaming. Stay tuned, because the future of emulation has just begun.